Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Live! Yeah.
Kia ora and welcome to today's Radioactive Live on 88.6 FM, brought to you by New Zealand On Air Music. I'm Charlotte, your host, and I'm excited to welcome Ekho Laliah to today's Active Live. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for coming in today. Now, Ekho Laliah is the Pōneke-based producer who stitches together elements of dream pop, freak folk, and ethereal electronica into sonic tapestries with experimental production as its backbone. She creates immersive soundscapes that blur the boundaries between organic and electronic textures, establishing them as a distinctive voice in Aotearoa's experimental music scene. Shall we get into the first track?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Beautiful. Can you tell us a bit about that track?
So yeah, that one's called Saturnalia. I don't know what to say about it. It's kind of hard. I don't know. I personally really like that track because it makes me feel like a child in a way, like it reminds me of childhood and like just being like ecstatically happy for no reason. Like that's kind of the feeling that it evokes in me. So yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. It sounded so dreamy. I loved it.
Thank you.
And now can you give myself and the listeners a bit of the background of Ekho Laliah? When did you decide to start creating music? How did this project kind of come to be?
So I didn't grow up like in a musical family. I don't know how to play any instruments other than this, the synth, but I was surrounded by a lot of friends who were in bands and like just knew how to make music. And so it was really inspiring to be around that. And I found out that GarageBand is like a free software that you can use, which I think is, you know, a lot of people have this sort of experience, I think. But yeah, I just sort of played around. I think it was in lockdown that I was just kind of messing around on GarageBand and was like, oh, okay, well, it's actually easier than I thought it was. And it kind of just stuck from there. Yeah.
Nice. That's so cool. How would you say your music, I guess since starting out quite DIY, has like evolved since the beginning?
Well, I think now I kind of know what I'm doing, whereas before I was like, I literally had no idea what I was doing at all, which I think, yeah, just growing more and experiencing more and like playing live shows has really helped as well. And I still use GarageBand, but I feel like my skills as a producer have grown a lot since 2020.
Yeah, for sure. And because it's quite a unique sound, blending all of these different elements together and lots of like ethereal, dreamy layers. What goes into the process of making a track for you now? Like how do you get to releasing a song, I guess?
Yeah. So my process. I usually go into making music with like I hardly ever go into making a song being like, I want it to sound like this. Like I have a vision. Like that never really happens. I kind of just want to make music and then I sit down and I do it. And I feel like the best stuff that I make comes from that feeling rather than like if I try to force it, it just won't happen. Like it will be crap. So I try to just do it when it feels right.
Yeah, nice. I feel like that's always the best kind of music when it comes so organically and naturally, which is so nice to hear. No pressure, just kind of creating things, which is gorgeous. Do you have any inspirations as well? Again, being quite a unique sound. Are there any particular artists or things in general that kind of inspire your music?
I listen to a lot of artists that are similar, that make similar music to me, but I also listen to a lot of like R&B artists, which I don't think it translates at all, but some of my favorites are like always not really R&B, but this guy called Knowledge. He's like, it's kind of like progressive hip hop with like, he uses a lot of samples as well. But I find him really inspiring. But artists that sound like me, I really like. Earth Eater is really cool. I really like her stuff. Poison Girlfriend, who recently I've discovered, and I'm like just insane stuff. But I think like now I'm really inspired by her stuff. So yeah.
Nice. And do you I guess because you do have a kind of you've made like quite a distinctive sound for yourself since starting out. How do you see your music evolving in the future as well?
How do I see it evolving? I think getting Ableton's gonna help a lot. That's gonna be so much fun when I get my hands on that. Yeah, I just think right now I have so many constraints, which can be a really good thing as an artist to have constraints. But I think I'm getting to the point where it's harming what I'm creating and not helping it. Whereas in the beginning it was helping a lot because I didn't know anything, so having constraints kind of made it easier to like make stuff. But now it's like I find myself wanting to do things and I just physically can't do it because GarageBand can't do it. So yeah, getting Ableton would be great. And also utilizing these two when I'm recording, because right now I don't do that. I just use like GarageBand sounds. But yeah, so eventually, hopefully I'll start to incorporate the synth and sampler as well.
Yeah, nice. That's exciting. I definitely feel that though with, there's always kind of you reach your limit in growing and you need some more tools in the toolbox, I guess, to expand and grow further. So that's really exciting that you've got those things coming up that you can incorporate. Shall we get into the next song?
Yeah, cool. Let's do it. Sorry, that was a really short one.
No, it was beautiful. Can you tell us a bit about that track?
Yeah, that one's called Dance of Delica. That one I made very recently. It's hard because none of my songs really have meanings. Like they kind of do, but I only realize them like a little bit after the fact.
Mm.
But this one's just about wanting someone and that not happening the way that I wanted to.
Right.
But essentially, yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that. But no, I feel like that's quite a cool way to go about writing music as well, kind of just letting it out and whatever happens is created and then kind of realizing the meaning later on. I feel like that's beautiful in itself. And now I know you've recently released the track Angels in Assembly earlier this month, I believe. Yeah, and then also last year releasing your EP Runes, which, and then also in July 2023, another release all in July. And I've just noticed this pattern. Is this like an intentional release pattern of music or just kind of happened?
It just kind of happened. I think, yeah, I realized that recently too. I was like, what is up with July and me? But I don't know. I think it might stem from like a continuity thing. Like my first release was in July, and then I was like, okay, every year from now, like I should release something. Yeah. So maybe it's that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I just thought I'd ask because I was kind of curious if there was something intentional behind that or not. And are there any more releases? I guess you mentioned you like to release something every year. Is there anything else coming up in the near future that you think you've got ready to release, or?
Yeah. So the first track, Angels in Assembly, was it's a single from an album that I'm releasing in October-ish. I think I have a date, but we'll see if that happens. But yeah, so I've got 2 more singles that will come out. They were actually the 2 songs that I just played, so that's
awesome.
Funny how that worked out. But yeah, that will be, I think one of them is next month, and then the other one's gonna be September.
Nice. That's
Is that
exciting.
the order of months? Yeah, August, September.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exciting, and breaking the July pattern.
Yeah, breaking that. Yeah.
Very exciting. So all the listeners keep an eye and an ear out for some more music released soon. And now you're based in Wellington and have played a bunch of shows since starting your project, including recently playing with Synthetic Children and Diesel Jenny. Can you kind of tell us about how, like, I feel like you've been playing lots of shows and not as much music kind of released, maybe? I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, how has playing live been with such kind of an experimental sound?
Yeah, it's been really interesting. Yeah, I feel like before I started playing live, I didn't really attend many shows that had sort of a setup like this. Like I was sort of, going to like live bands where there's like instruments and like, so I wasn't really familiar with this setup. What was the question?
Just kind of your experience playing live shows.
Yeah, so my experience, it's been really interesting. It's been cool as well because I've made a lot of friends that make like experimental electronic music and like solo as well, like do it all themselves. So it's been really interesting, like seeing the gear that they use and how they use it and like what they use to record and stuff.
Yeah, cool. Because Wellington does have such an incredible and thriving music community, and I guess you've kind of touched on it, but how has being in such like a vibrant community influenced your creative process and inspirations, I guess?
Yeah, it's honestly been amazing. I feel like Wellington is probably, maybe I'm biased, but I think it's one of the best cities to start as an artist because everybody's so welcoming. Like, I feel like if I were in any other city, it would have been really hard to play the amount of shows that I played with like, I had like no music out pretty much. So yeah, just super welcoming and like so many artists that want to put on shows and like I was talking to my friend Stacey Lee the other day, and she was saying how it's really amazing, like Wellington's so amazing because it feels like everybody is just putting these shows on for each other. Like we're all just like a big group of friends, like
Yeah.
putting shows on for each other, which is really fun and it's really cute. And yeah, I love it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's such a fun, vibrant community to be a part on, and I feel like there's so much growing and happening that it's just a very exciting time. Yeah, shall we get into another song?
Yeah.
Perfect. Beautiful, thank you. And now I know that you said you don't really create each song with a necessarily pinpoint meaning, but are there any particular inspirations for that track?
That one's funny because it's kind of like 2 songs, or in my head it's like 2 songs in one. So the first bit is kind of about like sisterhood, but like with my like sisters. Yeah, just sort of like the joy of having siblings that you get along with, and how that can be really nice. And then the second part is about being with someone that is really into you, but you maybe don't reciprocate that. This is getting really deep. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It's okay. We don't need to know the exact meanings about it. Yeah, and now you've released the recent track, and then you've got some more released in the near future. Sorry, my English just left the door there. And is there anything else coming up in the future? Any other shows that people can go and check out your music live? What else is coming up for Ekho Laliah?
I actually don't think I have any shows planned. I kind of took a break for a while because I was changing my set, like the way that I play live stuff, which has been really good for me. But yeah, so I don't think I have any planned right now. But yeah, so it's just the releases mainly.
Still very exciting stuff. And where can the listeners keep an eye and an ear out for what's coming up for the future of Ekho Laliah?
So probably Instagram is best. It's just Ekho Laliah on Instagram. Yeah, that's probably the best place.
Awesome. And now here at Radioactive, we do a thing where each Active Live will get a question from the last artist to pass on to this week's Active Live, and then I'll grab a question from you to pass on to the next Active Live. So your question was asked by Synthetic Children, and their question was, what is your favorite dairy?
My favorite dairy?
Yes.
Like physical location dairy, or like dairy product?
I guess that is up to interpretation, but considering Synthetic Children and Diesel Jenny played in front of Sanjay's selection of Dairy,
yeah.
I'm going to assume that.
My favorite dairy. Oh, I used to live in Kelburn, and the Kelburn Foursquare is so good. I think it's like the same family that's owned it for as long as, I mean, it was like 2019 that I started the first time I lived there, but they're so sweet and it's so clean. Like everything is really well organized and it's very satisfying to me. So I really I like them.
Awesome. Shout out to the Calvin Foursquare.
Yeah, shout out.
And do you have a question to pass on to next week's Active Live?
What's your favorite tea?
Great question. You'll have to tune in next week to find out the answer to that question. So thank you so much, Ekho Laliah, for coming in today and playing for us live from the studio on Radioactive 88.6 FM. And a massive thanks also to New Zealand On Air Music for making this all possible. Huge thanks for coming in today. I've been Charlotte, your host, and you've been tuned in to this week's Active Live on 88.6 FM.
Active Live. Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In the studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.